Hi my angels, this is Sass with a little bit of class. I'm Kiara Williamson and today we're back with another episode. Did I ever think I would be here again? Nah, I think I always knew I was going to come back. Sorry about the unexpected break. I think if you listened to the most recent episodes, you would have gathered that I was going through a bit of a rough patch. I just wasn't myself. I didn't really want to come on and be negative. I didn't really want to come on hi, this is Sass. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't want it to be doom and gloom. Everything I was saying was negative. I was just saying the worst in everything. I was just complaining, just being a bit of a moan. And I just don't really want every episode to be like that. And of course, I want to keep it real and raw and just be totally authentic with you. But yeah, it was getting to the point where I think about 3 or 4 of the episodes in a row were very negative. So yeah, I don't really have a topic for today, to be honest. I just kind of wanted to take that jump into coming back again. And I know it's only been I think it was almost 2 months, Nah, maybe not as long. Maybe it was a month and a half. Yeah, I think it was maybe a month and a half. But yeah, I didn't really want to, I don't know. I think the most scary thing is taking that jump again to be still here by the way, just had a bit of a blip. Sorry. So yeah, but I've had 2 weeks off. I'm literally, when this goes up, I'll be going back to work the next day. So this will go up on Sunday. And yeah, I go back to work on Monday. I've had 2 weeks off. When I'm off work, I literally feel like I'm unemployed. And I can't lie, I have the best time. My house is always clean, spotless. I'm cleaning it literally every day. When I'm at work, I'll not clean and I'll leave everything for a big Sunday reset or whatever. My Sunday reset will literally be on Friday, Saturday or Sunday, which totally wastes the weekend away. But while I'm off, aka feel like I'm unemployed, yeah, I just feel like I've got loads of all the time in the world. I'm instead of needing to do a proper reset, I just kind of do maybe I'll hoover and mop and dust or whatever, and then wipe down the sides other the next day, or you just kind of clean as you go. As you leave a little coffee ring on the table, I just tidy that up right away. When I'm working, I've not even got the motivation to do that, I can't lie. So yeah, I'm going to try and kind of keep that up, but it is hard, and it's so strange as well because when I finish work at 4 o'clock, I think my day's over, my day's done. I'm going in, making tea, getting my jammies on and going to bed. But see, when it hits 4 o'clock, when I'm off, I'm I've still got loads of time. I've basically just got ready. Sometimes, doesn't matter what time I get up at, by the time that I maybe do a video, because I'm back, I've done a couple of videos for TikTok. What am I like, honestly? So, so yeah, I've done a couple of videos and things, but by the time I do that, edit, and get ready, get dressed, blah, 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 walk around outfit, then I'm kind of done to do what I want to do with the day, and that is usually around 2 o'clock, which isn't that far off of 4 o'clock. So I'm why? I'm basically just starting to go about my day as I finish work, but when I finish work, I'm I have no time at all. So strange. Because I'll get to 4 when I'm off, and I'm wow, my day's just begun, but when I'm at work, I think that the day's over. Anyway, so I think I'll go back for 12 weeks and I'm off for 6 weeks for the summer, and I actually cannot wait. I can and I can't. I'm actually quite looking forward to June. June as an early years educator is so good. You're planning all the graduations, and your paperwork kind of starts to wrap up, it comes to an end, stress is de-stressing. That's not a word. Anyway, so I was just yeah, it's just, I don't know, June's just giving me good vibes, and it should be sunny. These 2 weeks have actually been really, really good for the weather. Yesterday though, oh my goodness, it was actually such good weather in the morning, and then by the time it was 5 o'clock or something like that, it was pouring down, and I was what is actually going on? No idea. Anyway, what have I been doing since we haven't been speaking? One of the weeks I had a black eye, had a bit of an incident at work, we'll not go into that. And then I had opticians with a black eye, so that was fun. I was actually really testing my makeup abilities because I was able to cover that up really well, to be honest, to the point people didn't even notice it unless I actually said. I also, in my dramatic eyes, almost broke my finger, also at work, fell down the stairs, whoopsie daisy. And honestly, it was like a balloon, and I was honestly crying my eyes out, like tears streaming down my face, trying to pull my ring off, but my finger was so fat, like it was actually horrible. Yeah, that wasn't fun. I was literally walking back going, ripping out your lash extensions is worse than this, because I used to always get my lashes done. Like, I was like, that biting off your acrylics is so much worse than this, and it wasn't. I was just trying to convince myself that it was totally fine. I could have went to like A&E or something. I'm just not one for going to the places. Like, you'll probably never catch me in A&E, touch wood, or like the doctors or anything like that, because unless it's for someone else. But even if it is for someone else, still wouldn't love to be there. I was actually at the hospital the other day for someone else, and I'm not even like a germaphobe, right? I don't like getting dirty, but I don't mind like germs. Like, I don't know, that doesn't really. Anyway, when I was in the hospital, I was like scared to open doors. But the people I was with, they work in the hospital all the time, so I was like, they can do that, they're used to that. But I just can't. I was like, well, I could have, obviously, if I was on my own, I would have. But I was like, I'd rather not. Like, if it's an option and someone else can open the door for me, not to be a dramatic queen, yeah, I'll just rather not. And then we're sitting in the reception bit for ages, and there was like little jugs of like juice and things, so it was like an orange juice, and I could feel myself getting so like dehydrated, and it was like so warm in the hospital as well, so I was like, really need a drink, but I'm not touching that, because the what I wanted was orange juice, and it was like half full, given the impression someone's obviously picked up, and they've obviously like poured it into a little cup. I was like, I don't know, looking about here in the reception, I don't know why you're here. So do I want to go and pick up your jug and pour it in? Not really. Nothing against you, just would rather not. If I can avoid putting myself in like the doctors or the hospital or whatever, I absolutely will. So yeah, then I ended up getting a really bad migraine that day. Also, speaking of migraines, and kind of to be a bit of a hypocrite, because I just said you won't catch me in like any place like that, I was actually at the doctor's, and guess who's on medication for the migraines? This gal. I'd love to tell you what it's called. I have no idea, and I've spoken about migraines quite a lot on the pod, and like my previous experience with like the tablets and things. I'm sure I have spoken about that. I'll kind of gently remind you. So basically, years ago I got tablets, and then they really made me like, honestly, feel like I was like on a different planet, totally spaced out, was like just like the world was spinning. I felt really sick, and I'm scared of being sick, and no thanks. So I basically took that once. I don't even know what it was now that I took, but I took it once, never again, and I didn't go back to the doctor because I thought, yous are no help, and I don't want tablets. Anyway. But recently, I don't know if I'd spoke about this on other pods, but my migraines have got significantly worse recently. So maybe like 2 months ago, they started getting really bad, to the point where all the pain was like in my eye. So I always get a migraine like here, just above my right eyebrow. And then, not to be exact or anything, and then it was like going behind my eye, and it felt like my eyeball was literally ready to explode, and it was getting to the point where I was like clenching at my face and like my head. I was like, oh, it's just so sore. And I was like, I actually can't. And it's to the point as well where like, I don't really want to be living my life that I go to work, come home, have to go to bed right away, like, and then wake up at like 10 o'clock at night, have my tea, then back to bed I go by like 11 o'clock. Me and Connor weren't really spending much time together, and he is a little gem, and he would like have my tea made for me like when I wake up, because it was literally the same routine all the time. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, it just wasn't good, and it just having like a negative impact on like my way of life. Again, not to be dramatic, but it was basically, wasn't it? Anyway, so because I get migraines more than 15 times in a month, which actually sounds mental when you think of it, but anyway, because I literally get them every other day. Sometimes it's so weird, because I get them on a Monday, I basically get them Monday to Friday, which is weird. And then when I have my other job, my weekend job that I do like every couple of weekends or whatever, like once a month, then I'll get a migraine there as well. I'm like, how does my brain know I'm working? Like, is this a sign that I should just do the podcast full time, even though I don't get any money from doing this? But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm like, is that a sign I just am meant to be like, I'm just not meant to work? Like, give me a stronger sign than giving me chronic migraines, like intense, like I need to sleep this off. But yeah, anyway, the ones I was getting recently, the ones that made me go to the doctor, was I literally couldn't sleep because I was that sore. The ones I was getting recently were like really bad to the point I couldn't sleep. Like I said, I was like proper like clawing at my face. So I was like, yeah, something needs to be done. So they gave me cute little pink tablets, and I thought, oh, that's so cute. It's called like propanol, or actually I have no idea what it's called. It starts with prop. That's all I know. I meditate in the morning and night. Really unorganised, really like scatterbrain. So I'm good at taking it at night. I'm just horrific at taking it in the morning. So I'm good at taking, obviously I'm on the pill as well, like the mini pill. So I'm quite good at taking that every night. So I take it at the same time, which is like 11 o'clock if you need to know. But the one in the morning, my mornings, obviously because I'm off as well, are a bit like, I wake up whenever I want, really. So, and then I just forget, to be honest. And then I can't leave them out because we don't want Ralph eating them, you know? So I just don't really know where to put them, so I definitely take them. And I don't have breakfast in the morning either, so I can't really put it like in the kitchen or what. I don't know where to put them, to be honest. So I keep forgetting. So because I'm inconsistent, the migraines are coming on and off inconsistently, but it's definitely working when I am taking them, when I do remember. And yeah. The only thing is though, at the start I felt like I had a constant headache, and it wasn't like a migraine, so it wasn't really painful. It was just like a dull headache all the time. I'm like, I mean, it's not worse, but it's not really much better, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like migraines every other day, starting at like 1:30, and then get really intense by like 5 or like 4:30. Or a dull headache every single day, all day, non-stop. You pick your battles, do you know what I mean? But I think as I get more like consistent with that, I think it will get better. Talking about consistency, I've actually run out. I have been trying to phone the doctor, I just can't get through it, and I'm not waiting on the phone. And my doctor's really good actually. I don't need to phone at like 9 or 8 or whenever other people phone. I can just phone them whenever I want. But when I phone them whenever I want, they haven't answered me. I phoned them once, by the way. Which was today, and they didn't answer. I keep saying to myself, you need to phone them, and then yeah, I just don't. So I'm just forgetful, and the phoning the doctors gives me anxiety. I don't like it. It makes me scared. Even though it's not scary, like I literally know that they'll just go, yeah, that's fine. Like, we'll get you more of them. And I have the app, but it's just not on my repeat prescriptions, so I don't really know what I'm going to do about that. Anyway, my dance show is in about 5 weeks, and I'm still stressing about that, can't lie. I don't know what's wrong with me, like, just this year, like, with dancing and things, I just haven't been my most, like, confident, sassy self. Do you know what I mean? And that's literally the name of the pod, so what am I to be doing? Do you know what I mean? I'm going to have to change the pod to, I don't know, unconfident queen. Really need to stop saying queen. Anyway, so I take a shot every time I say it. Anyway, so yeah, sorry, I'm really fidgeting on this pod. I'm playing with a little brush, a little makeup brush. Sorry about that. I've also found myself like agreeing with things I just don't agree with, or being like, I'm so sure of myself, right? Like, I know what I like, what I don't like what I believe in, what I stand for, boundaries, I know all that, right? I can walk into a room, usually, chest out, like, obviously not literally, but you know what I mean, like, I know what I stand for, basically, right? Whether I am in a situation where I feel like I can say how I feel, it's a different situation, but I know what I feel, and it doesn't matter if, like, TikTok's told me something else, or say it's, like, someone in my work, and I'm like, don't think that's how that should have been handled, or any environment, really, right? I know how I feel, and I know what I believe in, blah blah, as I've said. So recently your girl's had a bit of a flop, like I was saying before, like my confidence has went all the way down. Like, I'm finding myself being very like emotional with like random things, like watching videos on TikTok and I'm crying. I literally like a stranger story. Like, I am not an emotional person to people that I don't really know. Like, not, don't get me wrong, like, see if I see someone crying, that'll make me really sad, or but if I see someone getting hurt, or if I see like, I don't know, I just get like dead emotional. Like, just now I'm just like a wee softie, but honestly, you ask anybody in my family and I'm like not a crier, I'm like headstrong, like just not an emotional girl. Like, I could watch Marley and Me and not shed one tear. Fault in Our Stars, you know. And I think if I watched that right now, I think I'd bawl my eyes out. I don't know why I'm like that just now. But yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, I feel like I'm kind of, if someone says something like, oh, I like this, or I don't like that, I'll go, oh, do you not? Like, say it was like a pair of trainers, I don't know, Molly May, right? Someone goes, oh, I absolutely hate those green matcha trainers, and I just hate what Molly May does. I'm not actually, I don't know why I use her as an example, but it's just the first thing that popped into my head. I'm not a Molly May stan, okay? I watch some of her videos, sometimes I don't like her attitude, also don't like mine at times, so let's not get offended. But yeah, if someone says to me, oh, I hate the matcha trainers and I hate what she does, I'm sorry, but a girl on Love Island doing a collab with Adidas, I'm sorry, but that is my 17-year-old dream. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I was 17, I was obsessed with fashion, obsessed with trainers, obsessed with like Adidas, Nike, and I knew like all the trainer names. Now couldn't name me one. Like, I could walk past, I remember like people in my work or people at school and things would be like, what trainers has he got on? Like, what trainers is she wearing? And what are they? And I knew everything. And I knew when the latest drops were. I used to always want to go, but when I was like 17 and I was actually into fashion and trainers and whatever, I was obviously working and I always wanted to go to like, I don't even know if they do that anymore, which is really bad. I really should know. They definitely do, probably. But people used to go and wait outside shops for like new trainer drops that were like really rare, and I used to always want to go and get like the new trainers, and they're always dead like boyish, but I'm like, just wanted them. But I think I just wanted them to say that I had a rare trainer, to be honest. But anyway, I was obsessed with like mainly, I think it was actually mainly Nike at the time, but I did like Hamburgs. I had pink pair of them. I used to love them when they first came out, and then when my mum put them in the washing machine, they went grey, so it was raging. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent, but Molly May going on Love Island, and I get that she was on social media before that, but she barely had a following, right? Going on Love Island and getting where she is now, nobody else has done that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think, on you go. And she's literally like ages with me, maybe like a year older, I think, but she's literally the same age as me. I'm like, living the absolute dream. Living the absolute dream. So yeah, but someone said to me, oh, I hate Molly May and I hate her trainers and they're such bad quality and whatever, which is not her fault. Yeah, she probably did sign them off, but you never know behind the scenes, okay? I've never released a trainer myself, not got a clue, as to anybody on TikTok giving her hate. Anyway, so I just feel like if someone says to me, oh, I hate Molly May and I hate like her trainers and whatever, like, I would usually say what I just said to you, like, what she's doing is amazing, but now I would just sit back and go, yeah, like, what is that? That's not me. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I've lost my sense of like self a little bit, and I just feel like, I don't know, but I'm definitely giving it back. Definitely a lot happier than what I have been. Like, but my social battery is still running out very, very quickly. Like, yeah, attitude towards life is very like, to be fair, I am doing a lot better. Like, all it takes is for me to put a little bit of makeup on and good music, and I'm vibing. Do you know what I mean? Yesterday I was doing a TikTok just for the drafts, not to post, of me like dancing on my couch and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a typical Kiara thing to do. I've not done it for ages because haven't been really feeling myself. And yeah, I'm thinking June is going to be my month. I think I'm going to be so happy. So yeah, I think after the dance show is finished, I think I'll maybe start to feel more confident in things. I think dancing, because I can literally see myself in the mirror and go, what on earth are you doing? Like, why can't you just dance? Like, I'm doing all the moves. I just don't feel like I've got like the motivation. I'm just not motivated and like inspired or anything like that. I'm kind of just like doing the moves, but I'm not really dancing. if that makes sense. But yeah, speaking of dancing, I actually need to go there right now, and I'm not ready in the slightest. I've actually got a pair of jeans on right now. So yeah, I'm waiting to go get changed, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you next Sunday. You never know, I might fall back off again before I've even got on. But yeah, I hope you have the most amazing week. And if you are back to work this week, then I hope it's a quick one and it is amazing and filled with exciting things. I don't know if I have anything exciting to go back to, but I'll probably just be planning for the last term. Like, what is actually going on? This year has absolutely flown in, and I feel like I've learned so much this year at work, actually. I will hopefully see you next week. If not, just know that should be back. No, but see, when, like, I was on the wee break, right? I was like, before the break happened, I was kind of thinking like, oh, can I be good if I just have like 1 week off? So I think next time if I ever feel like I need like a week's break or like a 2 week break, then I might do that. So it's not so like significant. Like there was no need for me to be off for a month and a half. But anyway, yeah. As always, keep it sassy, keep it classy, and I'll see you hopefully next Sunday. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave me a little comment, have a look at my TikTok because I might have posted a couple of new videos on there, who knows. But yeah, I will see you next week, hopefully. Bye.